There's one other tank besides this one right here that I haven't shown you guys yet. I'm kind of thinking of doing this more often. Rocks I put under, and well, that kind of turned into a disaster, so I thought, what the heck, let's just start over. Next week we're doing a special. I'll give you a hint, it's about Christmas presents and fish nerds. Welcome back everybody, my name is Taylor from Fishbox Studio. Right now we're gonna just do a quick tour of all the tanks. Well, there's two of them. There's one other tank besides this one right here that I haven't shown you guys yet. I did have a little bit of this stuff in the previous video. Unfortunately, it just made it kind of long, and so I skipped through it and put in a little note to add another video for this. I'm kind of thinking of doing this more often. Call it like a monthly or some little progress blog or something like that. So anyways, let's get to it. I'll put you up close, tell you the changes I made to these tanks, talk about them, and kind of explain my goals to you. And with any luck, maybe we can accomplish them together. Now that we're up close, this is the tank. As you can see, all the hardscape is gone. That's simply because I tried to make a few changes, small changes, like removing that giant bag of rocks I put under, and well, that kind of turned into a disaster, so I thought, what the heck, let's just start over. Up close, here, right here, we have some golden Asaya. This is not necessarily new, but it's not quite adapting yet. You can see the tops are starting to kind of, if you look real closely here. If you look real closely, you might notice a slight color difference on the tips. And if you look down, you can see that they're actually starting to bloom. Right here. And then also like right here, it's kind of hard to see. Come on, focus. So they're starting to kick in. It might be about a couple weeks before we see any real progress. I've got the Star Journey ribbons down here, all the way through. And just so you know, this is more of a, I wouldn't call this a strict Dutch tank. It's more of a Dutch inspired tank, because it's not like I plan on entering this into a competition, and the rules can sometimes be a little tedious to follow. So I'm just doing this for fun, more or less. Right down here, we've got the Ludwigia Blood Red. It's growing well. These are trimmings from the past. They're about 2-week-old trimmings, so they're just starting to set in again. Now the Lobelia cardinalis right here, as you can see, that's got a lot of green spot algae. That's because for a long time I was really lean dosing this tank, and it was causing problems. And that's actually something else we're going to talk about as well. I've changed the dosing. I've also changed the fertilizer. We'll get into that more in a minute. Now, this plant right here, this is the star of the show. This is Ludwigia pantanal. It's one of the most difficult plants to grow. I'm trying my hand at it. That's probably my top goal for this tank, is to grow it. Some of these stems are already, I bought these stems off Etsy. Some of these stems are already starting to settle in, like that one, those two in the back there, that one right there. They're already setting in, but they're a few days older than these other stems, like these up here. These have only been in here since yesterday night. So this is their first photo period session, whereas these other stems are already sticking in. Well, all these stems are already, I think they've already made it past the period as to whether or not they would die or live. Right here on the side, I got Scarlet Temple, or scientifically named Alternanthera reniki. Yeah, there is that. But it'll kick in here soon. I think I did a bit of work last night to kind of free up some space to give it more light. Right here is the Pogostemon Deccanensis. This was another plant that I had a goal of growing, and so far I've accomplished that. It's another one of my favorites. These in the back are a little wilted. That's because they were right here in front. But I moved them back there. I had regular Ludwigia repens back here, but they were growing in sort of a creeping pattern and starting to cover across over to the Alternanthera, and it was just causing problems. So I thought I'd move this back here to kind of make it more of a street, from lower on the front and kind of a little bit higher and higher as we get to the back, just to kind of draw the eye up. Here we've got Bacopa caroliniana. This is really kicking in. This one's been in here for about a month now, so it's starting to kick in pretty well. Don't mind the fish. The angels are a little scared right now. They're not used to this studio light yet. Let's go back and let me give you another closer look. See, like I said, Nisea, Ludwigia blood red, Lobelia cardinalis, Ludwigia pantanal, Alternanthera reniki, Pogostemon deccanensis, Bacopa caroliniana, and then a row of Starogini repens. Fertilizers, I was using the Green Leaf Aquarium's GLA Nectar all-in-one. However, I've ran into some issues using it. It's it has a 1-to-1 nitrate and potassium ratio. And while that's great for most plants, it's not necessarily always good for all of them. This Golden Nisea, for example, doesn't really like high potassium. So I've switched. We're now running Nylook G Thrive Plus. I think this is a better choice for this particular tank, simply because the nitrate to potassium ratio is actually 2-to-1. So I think that'll do a little bit better. Still running the same old Fluval FX4. I've got custom silicone hoses with a custom CO2 diffuser meant for these specific 1-inch hoses, with a 10-pound tank. That right there is the fertilizer holder, and it feeds through the back into this pump right here. This is from Bulk Reef Supply. It's just a small dosing pump. It's not really fancy. Simply runs off a timer. Dose is roughly 2 milliliters per minute, but you have to do the math yourself to know for sure. For this fertilizer, it doses about 2.5 milliliters per minute. That's just the heater controller. The back is kind of a mess, but what I've done is bolted it's a 2-foot stainless steel power surge protector, and then I've got a bunch of Casa Wi-Fi timers plugged in. Each piece of equipment is plugged into a Casa Wi-Fi timer, so I can control it as needed. So the fertilizer pump right here goes off at 12 p.m. every day. Doses roughly 6.5 to 7 milliliters of fertilizer. The light is a Chihairos WRGB2 Slim. I wanted to get the original WRGB, but these lights are pricey, so I'm just running the Slim at 100% power. With the power meter, I'm getting roughly 90 to 100 power at the substrate, and so I think that's going to be enough. If necessary, I have some old Fluval 3.0s, 2 of them, that I could attach to the top if necessary. This is obviously the only thing that doesn't run directly on a timer, just because it's Bluetooth controlled through the app. But everything else is. The filter is. When I do a wire change, it's as simple as pushing a button to turn it off. The CO2 is on a timer. CO2 turns on at about 10 a.m. in the morning for about 2 hours. The light turns on at about 12 p.m. and the fertilizer doses at the exact same time, so the plants will uptake it right as the photo period starts. There is a skimmer, a surface skimmer back here. This is an Oase 360 skim. I think it's done pretty well. I actually kind of like it better than the Suche variant. The Suche one was kind of junk. I didn't really like it, just my opinion. And those are the only 2 that I had available to me. This one works well. It goes on, turns on every hour for an hour and turns off for an hour, just to kind of keep the surface clear and process the CO2 and the gassing. Obviously, we got an air stone right here. This only turns on after the photo period during the night. And then we have the heater right there. And it's only set at, what, 77 right now. Fish count, we've got 1 electric blue German ram. He's in there somewhere. Let's see if we can get close to him. Right there, there he is. I've had him for about 2 months now. He's doing pretty well. So, I think we got a keeper. We got a bunch of Emperor Tetras. They can be little pills sometimes, but they mostly keep to themselves. We've also got 3, a trio of Bolivian rams. I got a male and 2 females. They do have babies occasionally. I got 2 Siamese algae eaters, one right there. The other, he's right in there somewhere. There he is. Then we got the 5 angels. Like I said, they're a little skittish right now. This is the tank from the side. Just the tank from the front. Oh yeah, I forgot. Also got these custom-made stainless steel lily pipes. These are 1-inch inner diameter to match the tubing and the outputs of the Fluval canister. These are all custom that I bought from the local store. They had these custom made for the FX6, and as far as I know, they're the only store that sells them. They're for the FX6 and FX4. So, that's the tank. Alright guys, so now I got a special surprise for you. I'm going to go show you a project that I've been working on for the past few months during school. It's a new tank. There's no livestock in it yet, minus some plants. But let's go take a look and take a look at it. You can tell me what you think. Alright guys, here it is. This is what I've been working on for the past few months. This is a 14-gallon Aquarion cube. The plants have only been planted for a day, So they're fairly new, kind of wilting. But we're running a 14-gallon cube. It's 15 by 15 by 15. We've got a Fluval 3.0 nanolite running at roughly 50%. The pinks are a little higher than that though. So this scape, let's explain the scape. This tank, I wanted it to be more of a nature-esque style tank. Because that's what I tried to accomplish before with the last scape I did on the 75. But, you know, with that 75 being so big, I just can't help myself. I love plants. So this time, I thought I'd just do it in a smaller form factor. We got we're testing out a new soil. Rather than using the standard Fluval Stratum, we're actually running Seachem Aqua Vitro Aqua Solum. It's a little different, but it's just different, and it's something I wanted to test for a while. I've used Stratum for so long, thought it would be time to give something else a shot. We have here, we've got, this is the pink flamingo. Again, it got transferred, so it's kind of dying. It was in the 75, then I moved it into here where it just kind of floated for a while. I'm surprised it's still alive, but it's kind of wilting and adjusting, so sorry about the mess. Right here on the bottom, we got Litorella uniforma. This is a grass carving species. Kind of like microsolar dwarf hairgrass, but the leaves, or the blades, are actually more of like a cylindrical look rather than a blade look. It's native to North America, I believe. And we got, I created this scape using black lava rock. Yeah, the wood in here is two different types, of course, but I think it's fine. Once the plants go in, we should be fine. The plants aren't even done yet. We've got Bucephalandra along here, here. I'm also planning on getting some Penetophilia and putting it over here to kind of cover this up. I just haven't gotten around to it. I did originally buy some for this tank, but by the time I got planting it, the tissue culture was already dead, so oh well, better luck next time. This stuff throughout the back is Juncus repens. This is typically a medium style plant, a medium height plant, but for a nano tank, I think it works really well. Basically, the idea of this is we're going for more of like a meadowy look, and I think that'll help it out quite a bit. We're obviously running CO2. The drop checker is very yellow, but it's fine. Like I said, there is no animals or livestock in here. Right now, we're just focusing on the plant phase. I want the plants to fill in, look good, and get perfect before I even think of putting something in here. Also, we're not running heater in here, just because of what I plan on putting in it. You'll understand. Under here, we got the 5-pound CO2 tank, and right behind it is a UNS Delta 60 canister filter. It's a small one, but again, I wanted to try something else other than Fluval. Fluval is pretty popular here in the US, so a lot of people go for Fluval, and I just want to try out other things, so that's kind of just how I am. It's being controlled right here by Casa Wi-Fi timers again. Same drill, 2 hours before lights on, 1 hour off after lights. There is no air stone in here. I do have a surface skimmer attachment on the way to go into this Neo lily pipe. It's not here yet. So now the livestock. This tank is going to be a crystal shrimp tank. I've had a lot of Neocaridina tanks in the past, but never done crystal shrimp. This tank is currently on 100% RO water. Right now I'm using Equilibrium to fill in the GH, but I do have some salty shrimp and GH plus on the way to fill in that spot. Equilibrium is fine for now. It does the same job. A little bit different, not shrimp specific. It's mostly for plants, but it works for a temporary measure. Besides, there are no shrimp in here yet. I'm thinking of doing the red crystal shrimp, because I think that would look really cool for a tank by my obviously messy desk. Yeah, I'll clean that later. Don't worry about that. Like I said, school gets busy. I tend to neglect certain things around school. But I'm hoping this tank will be fairly easy. I'm gonna run crystal shrimp, and because it's RO water and their sensitive nature, I only plan on doing water changes on this thing maybe once every couple weeks at most. And we'll see how that goes. This is from the side. And this is around here on the other side. All right guys, this is all I got today. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. Help me take care of these plants. Let's see if we can get them to grow together. Tell me about what you thought about that scape on the cube. I thought it was pretty cool, but I want your feedback, so please comment, let me know. By the way, next week we're doing a special. I'll give you a hint. It's about Christmas presents and fish nerds. That's all I'm gonna say for now, but please tune in next week. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. Thank you for watching. My name is Taylor from Fishbox Studio, and I'll catch you next time.